Ooh, poke him.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm building a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom house here in Copperdale. This is on the Lasuli Point lot, which is located on Plumbite Cove. It's a 20 by 15 lot, so it is a little bit of a tight squeeze. There was another 2-bedroom house that was here before that I sadly had to tear down to make this one, but I wanted to try my own hand at building a smaller house. I just recently did a starter home, which was also a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, but it was missing a lot of the things that I would normally put in my builds. So I wanted to try my hand at building something here that didn't really have any restrictions in terms of price point, but was also, a smaller, more family oriented home. The idea that I had for this was that it could be for 2 parents and a teenage sim, or just 1 parent and a teenage sim. I really wanted to kind of go in on the thought that I had for what the teenager would be like, or what their personality would kind of be like. So I really tried to theme their room, which you'll see obviously towards the end of the build once I get the structure down. But I tried to make it like they are a blogger, but they like to do a lot of wellness things, or like yoga. I put some items in there that made it look like that's kind of what they were doing and streaming. So I here I'm just putting some decorations on the outside of the house and putting some debug items up in terms of like the landscaping, so I could add some depth to the front yard. I did put a wind chime out in the front. I thought that was kind of cute. And my idea for this house, though I didn't have any restrictions in terms of the dollar amount I was spending on the house, I did want it to seem like a realistic family home. So the design style that I kind of went for is something that's, I feel like, a little more realistic. So not everything matches. It's not like super matchy, if that makes sense. But I did try to make sure that it kind of matched a theme and like they had a style, but it seems like they kind of acquired different pieces over the years, and I felt like that just made it seem a little more realistic, so I liked the way that that turned out. In terms of the pricing of this house, it ends up being just a little bit over $48,000, or simoleons rather, so it is definitely still an attainable house, I think, for a couple of sims, but it's not, too crazy of a price increase there from a regular starter home. But you may have to use a pre-existing family, or if you like using cheats, that might be a necessity to get this house. I do also use quite a few packs in this lot, but you can download it on the gallery and it'll list all of them for you. It is honestly quite a few because, again, I didn't want to restrict myself in the items that I was using for this pack. But if you guys ever want to see anything with certain packs in mind, just let me know and I'd be happy to do that for you. In the living room, I went ahead and added some shelves above the TV and just added some clutter on them. And I end up using a couch here from the Paranormal pack. I actually used quite a few items from the Paranormal pack. And I thought that they matched really well. Also, sorry if you guys just heard my dog barking. I think there was something going on outside, so he just made a little noise. But and I also put in a little like office area here. So again, because it's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath house, I wanted to make sure that the parents' bedroom wasn't like super tight. So I ended up adding this in here so they could have a computer to work in the living room if they wanted. And then I added a fish tank here and a place to play music, and I tried to add quite a few plants. And then for the kitchen, I ended up doing like a half wall situation. So I do like a U-shaped kitchen, which I wasn't sure if I was going to do that at first, but I do end up adding like a little half wall there and extending the counters around. I thought it ended up looking pretty nice. It definitely is a little bit cramped, but again, I feel like that's kind of realistic for a 2-bedroom house. So I liked the way that that ended up turning out. And then that little like nook in the corner there is going to be the dining room, which I'm working on now. I just put a 4-person table, so you could add in some extra chairs on the side. I don't know if you would need to, obviously. I'm sure you could add more Sims into this household, but I didn't imagine it working for more than 3, maybe 4 Sims if you wanted to change around the bedroom layout of the teenage room. But if you really wanted to add more in there, I'm sure you could. And then I added some plants and things like that. And then there's like a couple of hallways in here, so I just tried to clutter them up just a little bit. So I end up adding like a photo from disabling the locks on the items, and then I just add in a few things of clutter there. You may have to remove that teapot that's on the stove to be able to function it. I did not play test this lot, though I wasn't concerned about many of the items besides that one. I'm not familiar with if that restricts play at all, so it's something to keep in mind. And then I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do for the bathrooms here. I did want to do tile because the rest of the house is wood flooring. I end up going with the same one that I used in the kitchen because I felt like it kind of tied things together, and then just a plain white flooring. And then I did use this from, I believe it's from the Tiny Living pack, I think, above the toilet. It's one of my favorite items to use, like that little shelf, and I use that in both of the bathrooms. And then here we're working on the teenagers room, which I tried to go with a very like boho wellness-y kind of looking vibe. So I used the new bed from the high school years pack, and then these blinds are from the paranormal pack as well. And I end up putting some more things in there, like a background for her to do her streaming and things like that, and some candles and some plants. And I just pictured this sim to be very into like earthy vibes, but I did put that streaming computer in there so that if she was going to record or something, she'd have that. And I use that divider. I think that's from the spa pack, but I thought it was kind of cute to add in front of the little wellness that like pillow object that they can do meditation on. So if she was going to film or something, that would be like her background. So I thought that was kind of cute. And then I added in some clutter here and this new rug that I'm obsessed with from the new pack, and some posters and more plants. I added in that cross stitch item as well. I'm not sure if it's functional because I put it underneath that wardrobe, but it is there if you guys wanted to utilize that. And then for the parents' room, I tried to keep it a little bit more neutral just in case you wanted to have just a single sim here, so it could work for like whoever to be in this room, or if you wanted to have 2 sims, you could do that as well. But I do add in another desk here, so ixnay what I said before, I forgot that I ended up doing this because I wanted to have a computer in here and one in the living room, because I felt like this family would be a little bit younger and they'd be pretty big into technology. That's kind of what I was imagining. So I have 3 computers total in the house. So if you have 3, no problem at all. Your Sims can be all on the computer at the same time. Well, that is it for this video, you guys. I hope you enjoyed my build, and feel free to take a look on the gallery if you'd like to download it, and I will see you next time.